So excited to tell you about our partner, Isomer Skincare Laboratories. You guys, rooted in science and integrity in the best ingredients and best delivery systems. Unlike any other skincare on the market, for over 30 years, they've been giving you the real science. So this isn't trend. This isn't the hot ingredient of the day on TikTok. This is 30 years of solving your skincare problems. So we're partnering with them today. Happy 20. HAPPY20 gets you 20% off your order. You have free shipping and handling at $100 or more, and they have a solution for every problem. Mature, aging skin, they've got you covered. Sinking, sagging skin, they've got you covered. You can take a really easy test on isomers.ca, and it will tell you, it will recommend exactly what you need for your skincare needs. Or you can go in there and find some of their icons like the Copper P serum. They've got an amazing pure hyaluronic acid, nothing but hyaluronic acid. Their Fast Lift Eye Serum is an industry icon. That's all available at their website. You go to isomers.ca. You use the code HAPPY20. Please use that so they know that we sent you. You get 20% off your order. You'll get free shipping and handling at $100 or more. And if you don't know where to start, take that quiz. It will tell you exactly what to do. Happy 20 at isomers.ca. So happy you're here.
So happy you're here.
So happy you're here. You look good today. You look good, Becky. You look good out there.
People on the streets are talking about it. You're cute. You're smart. You're talented.
I heard people talking behind your back and it was all good things.
These
all good
streets
things.
are a buzz.
I know. Hi, everybody. I'm Erin. This is Becky.
Hello.
I cannot believe we are past 20 episodes. Thank you all so much.
We've always been known for our high-fiving.
Is there anything more difficult than a high five? Guys, how can I whiff a high five? I can catch a ball. I can do a cartwheel.
I had never heard it was an issue. And then I think you planted the seed that they're hard to do. And then all of a sudden we would just whiff. We would just
notice it. The next time you're giving somebody a high five, way better than twerking to them in the streets. That's a callback.
Preferred method of
saying hello. Next time you do a high five, I want you to really think about it.
Do you want to do one of those? Just give them a...
No, well, you know how I greet people now. And if you don't get that, go back a few episodes. See if you're in line with that at all. So anyway, I'm Erin. This is Becky. We're over 20 episodes in. We have been in the home shopping realm for the better part of a decade.
Yes.
So we've been doing this for about 10 years, guys, but now we decided to bring it to the podcast instead of just to the television screens.
Taking it to the pod.
Yeah. We're so happy to have all of you here. Thank you for making it so fabulous and so wonderful to hang out with all of you.
You've been loving the YouTube videos. You've been loving the podcast, and we couldn't be more grateful.
And we've been loving all of you.
Yes.
Every single one of you. You're simply the best, as Tina Turner once said. She made that song about all of you.
Yes.
So because we met in fashion, we like to kick off in fashion.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, we have a lot to talk about. I just got back from a little spring break trip with my family.
And we haven't debriefed, so we need to debrief.
No, we haven't debriefed at all. But I'm going to reiterate something that I've talked about before, and I really notice it on the beach.
Okay. Oh, boy. Here we go.
Confidence is king. Confidence is king, baby cakes.
Wait a minute. Did you see some thongs?
There were so many thongs, and I got to tell you, a lot of them were on the teenage girls, and now I have 2 teenage boys. So I noticed.
Was it?
I saw literally eyeballs coming out of their heads. Yes.
Do you know how they're selling them now? Like cheeky, less cheeky.
Yeah. Listen, I don't mind a cheeky backside.
It's pretty cute.
But these were all the way up the back, which is fine. But then there's also women of all ages, shapes, and sizes.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what. I saw women there with fabulous, like stereotypically fabulous bodies.
Yeah.
Insecure in their suits, didn't look as good. Then I saw women with stereotypical where people would say, oh, I need to lose a few pounds, or I don't like this. And they were rocking their swimsuits, whether it's a 1-piece, a 2-piece, a thong, a full boy short. I'm telling you what, the ladies who just owned it, it is your best sense of style.
This is so good.
I can't reiterate it enough. And then we would go out at night and you could tell the women who maybe went a little too hard on like a plunge or like a skin tight, and they weren't enjoying themselves.
Because they're self-conscious.
Yeah. And listen, if you're confident and it's great. And then you could see other women who are just like, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Hitting that mojito.
In one piece.
Without a care in the world. You know what I'm saying?
You know who I love? I love that grandma and grandpa that are walking up and down the beach and they look like a Vuitton bag.
Yes.
He's wrinkled and brown and bronze and he's got a big old gut.
Live your life.
And she is like, no boobs. You know what I mean? Like these ladies.
Speaking directly to me.
to my soul. But you know those people who have just been at this, they've been shelling in the morning, they've been doing it for 50 years.
And on that exact same note, the complete opposite, you've got a couple part of the big floppy hat club with the
long
full
shirt.
long sleeve on, with the fanny pack, with the sandal on the beach, with like the walking Tiva sandal on the beach.
So did you have Americans or did you have Europeans? Because
What do you
sometimes, you know, like the people, you can sometimes tell the different styles.
There's a little bit of everything there. And so, I thought of all of you, again, thinking about you in the weirdest, I thought of you when I was looking at thong bikinis, each and every one of you. And I thought, we got to remind everybody once a month, your best style asset is confidence. There were people from all over the country, all over the Caribbean, all over a little bit of South America, a little bit of Europe.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter where you were from or how old you were, or if your skin looked like a bag, or if your skin had never been touched by the sun.
Yeah.
The people who walked out there in confidence had the best style.
Oh, it's so
never
exciting.
forget that. Just be as confident as you can be in what you know works on your body.
I was going to say, then when you go to take a risk, or you are in that tube plunging, or it's not fitting you well, then you're not your best self.
Totally.
So pick the good stuff. Pick up the stuff. Maybe you're in the mirror
What
before
works
you go.
on my double A's doesn't work on everybody else.
I really want you to talk about that top.
Wait a minute, you guys.
Can we talk about this top for 2.5 seconds?
Excuse me, hold my mic.
Are we
for a
getting
second.
out of our? Are we getting out ahead of
We are
ourselves?
getting out ahead of ourselves, but listen, so guys,
This is a big deal.
Okay, if you're watching on YouTube, and we're all friends here, so we can talk about this. I'm a double A, and then when I gain weight, and if you've known me long enough, I can gain and lose 10 and 15 pounds within a month.
Are you joking though about the double A?
I'm a double A when I'm slender.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
And then I'm an A when I gain weight.
Got it.
Okay. I found this company, and I'm not kidding. I'm going to go ask them if they'll work with me.
This is unbelievable.
I'm going to ask them if I can get a code for you. This top has I'm sorry if you're not on YouTube. I have no bra on.
She has support though.
I have full support and lift. There is no bra in the back.
But I gave her a hug, and you know how when Erin hugs me, she can feel all my apparatus. It's like I'm about to go up on a pink, stage show up on the high wire. I've got shapewear on, bra, and you can feel the plarps. You can feel all of the hardware.
Yes.
There's nothing. It's a smooth back.
Guys, I'm going to go to this company and I'm going to say, can we work together?
Honestly, it's so
And
good.
of course, no, I chose a style. I unbuttoned it for you because, dear heavens,
hello.
I don't often get a lift like this, even in a standard underwire bra.
But they have more than just this silhouette.
Yeah. So I'm going to go see if they'll work with me.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you guys. They have tons of different styles. I'll tell you about it later. But right now I am wearing a top that does not require a bra. It does
unreal.
feel funny though when I take this off. I don't have a bra on. I have
Right.
usually you take your shirt off and there's a bra there.
Yeah.
It is and there's sometimes they flatten out if
Right.
you're trying to do like a bra
this is
alternative.
lifting.
It's like a lift. It's a curve.
It's
I purposely
pretty.
chose like a va-va-voom
Yeah.
because, I like to dress up for you guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll get back to you. But yeah, this bra is built in. It's not even built in.
But let's talk about it in the general sense. And I hope we can bring that to you. That'll be exciting. But start with your bra. Start with a good bra that holds everybody together. You can breathe. It doesn't look rat-a-tat-tat.
Or if I can make this work, start without a bra, baby.
Ma'am.
Get into this. So as we always do, we talk about fashion and we go back to it all the time, but confidence is key.
Yes.
And whether you're wearing your favorite bra, your least favorite bra, or in my case, no bra at
Well.
all, make sure it works for you and you feel confident in it. Do you have any fashion advice this week, my love?
What have I been excited about this week? I've been purging. So I've been just doing a lot of cleaning and tidying.
Are you still considering that garage sale you spoke of?
I am.
Do you still want me to serve drinks?
Do you know what's starting to happen? Yeah.
What?
You've got a little section. I think I'm turning it into a party. There might be you might be the DJ and the host.
I can scratch records.
You know what I want to do? I'm going to drape the entire garage because I don't want it to be out in the elements.
Okay.
And I might just have like a permanent little store set up in there. You know what I mean?
That's a great idea.
If I get the tables, the racks, the bookshelves, everything,
Yes.
zoned and everything is
And you
set
just
up.
open it up whenever you feel like having good girlfriend time and people can come by and browse.
Yes.
Great idea.
And you're going to be over there on the ones and twos.
I'm going to be on the ones and twos, and I kind of want like a setup like Lucy and Charlie Brown, the psychiatric 5 cents. That's me. I roll that in on wheels like Lucy would. But instead of being the psychiatrist,
No, we
I
have
just
tariffs
have,
now. It can't be 5 cents.
instead of psychiatry, it's just called girlfriend time, good girlfriend chats. And I'm going to have drinks of all sorts.
I love this.
Alcoholic and non-alcoholic.
Okay.
Ice, a great ice machine.
So we're going to be open for business, you guys.
Well, You let me know. I'll be like a food truck that stops by your garage sale, but I look just like Lucy from the Peanuts.
And you have to do your hair like that.
Okay. So
and then we have to do that dance.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, we already know what I'm going to introduce a new dance to the Peanuts gallery.
Oh, we know how it's we know the moves.
Okay, so you keep us posted on your garage sale. So you've been purging a lot of fashion.
Yeah, and my new method is it's very binary. Like yes, no, hate it, love it. You know, keep it, pitch it. I'm really trying to. This is the thing I do.
Are you being successful with that?
Yeah.
Really?
If I just have to pull the trigger and say yes or no.
Yes.
So the no pile.
Is it bigger than the yes?
No.
Okay.
But it's also like, does it fit? Does it make me sad? You know, those are. That's how I kind of measure.
Does it fit? My whole closet would be gone. Shoot. Wowzers.
Oh, rats.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to try that eventually, but it's like partying with family members.
I know, but I think, okay, so if it doesn't fit you right now, what do you do? Put it to the
dream
back?
about putting it back on one day.
Dream on.
I just figure I'm going to find a new top that doesn't have a bra and it's going to somehow miraculously get me into those jeans that haven't fit since 2017.
This is working.
I don't know. Okay. Well, purge. I do, on the note of you purging.
Yes.
I did take a good hard look at my closet and I do need to update my fashion. We talked about this a few weeks ago.
Well, Sarah, we're going to go drop in and visit her.
Well, yeah, because what had happened is because I had been working for 10 years in television,
Right.
I had been buying a wardrobe for TV. And then outside of TV, it's like workout, run the kids around, sporting events.
So what are you missing?
It's everyday clothes. That's what we talked about a few weeks ago.
just
remember?
a cute, not dinner.
Cute everyday clothes. Like I just have been ignoring that for so long because I was either looked like a troll under the bridge who would make you sing to cross it, or I was in full glam with an eyelash on.
Yeah.
Like I need in between clothes.
Yeah.
And so I probably should purge and then get into that in between clothes.
And I wonder if that happens for you girls too, when it's like you switch jobs and you're not in your suits anymore, or you switch into I'm more active, I'm doing more sweats. And
Right.
I think that happens to all of us where you're like, whose life is this even representing anymore?
Totally.
Yeah.
So let's purge. Let's get something new. And girls, don't forget, confidence is always the best. So on that note, I just got back from spring break.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
You're glowing. You look gorgeous.
Do you all spring break? Because spring break was not something I grew up with in Wisconsin. And now where we currently live, it is like people don't even say, are you going on spring break? They say, where are you going?
When my kids were little, I've told you this story. There used to be a cute little directory for their grade school, and it would be like all the names and numbers of the kids. I don't even know if they do that anymore for privacy. But Jack came home from school and he said, no one is in town. And I was like, oh, Jack, stop it. Of course they are. There's somebody in that book.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He worked that book.
Was he the only one going to school?
He found one other kid that was in town. Everybody else was out of town. And I was like, where'd we move?
Did you guys go on spring break when you were growing up?
We went to the happiest place on earth when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And my mom surprised me.
Just you and your mom?
Yeah.
Oh,
we went to Disneyland.
That's a core memory.
It was so cute. She had her very best friend lived there. So we were mostly with them. But can you imagine getting up for school one day and your mom goes, you're not going to school. We're going, your bags are packed and we are going to the airport.
What did you do?
Lost my ever lovin'.
Were you screaming?
Screaming. It was
I can't
best.
imagine.
Yeah. And so that's like, I'm sure we did other little road trips and stuff, but that was the big trip.
Well, I was on an airplane for one trip with my dad my entire life to this day.
How old?
I'm in my mid 40s. At 15,
Yeah.
same. My parents took me and my brother at the time he was 12 to Disney World with my cousins and my aunt and uncle. And that's the only airplane trip I've ever been on with my dad.
Isn't that interesting?
And so I don't know if it's a sign of the times. I don't know if it's about where you live. Like we didn't even we got 2 weeks off in the fall to harvest the land. We didn't, serious. If you needed to help harvest in the fall or plant in the spring, you got 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
We didn't even have spring break. Now it's just like a given. And I don't want to fall like into that. I don't want to fall into everybody else goes, so we go. But it has become, for me and my husband, to us, it's a priority to us to travel because we love the time we get with our kids.
Yeah.
Our family time to us is really, really important.
Well, and I was making you cry earlier.
Why?
Because I told you had one more spring break with William.
She's so mean to me.
But it's true. And travel and all those things become so precious when you're counting down the time.
Yeah. And listen, I don't, we have a lot of opportunity to make things better at home, but like at home, we're all doers. So if we're at home, I'm getting laundry done, taking the dog on the walk. John's still working from the home office. The kids are, inviting friends over. Sometimes we have to travel to spend time together.
And
we're lucky that we can travel.
Are you like the White Lotus family? Are you giving your phones away?
Absolutely not.
Just in the phone way.
I have no Pipers. I have no Saxons.
Piper, no.
No, we are not. If you've seen any of the Griswolds,
that's better
shows,
representation.
we're a little bit more like them versus any of the White Lotus families.
So did it pay off though, the time?
Yes, it paid off. So we were in the Caribbean. We had such a lovely time. We did go with one other family that we've traveled with many, many times.
Fun.
They have a son, my oldest. Their youngest is my oldest age.
Yes. Okay.
And he's like another brother to my youngest, James. So we had a lovely time. It was beautiful weather, but I'm going to tell you a few things. Number one, have you heard of these little bugs in the Caribbean? Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
I think I say Caribbean.
Okay, in the Caribbean called no-see-um.
Yeah. They're
You
little.
have?
I think they have them in Florida. You guys know Florida too.
No-see-um,
Yeah.
as in you can't see them. Okay, I didn't know about this.
But they're like fleas.
If you see me in itching, especially in random areas, I'm so sorry, you guys.
Put your feet up. Let's see.
I am, no, absolutely not. You'll never see my bare feet. I am covered in what looks like mosquito bites. But these little no-see-ums, you don't see them, you don't feel them, you don't know they're there. And then that night you get into your hotel room and oh my gosh.
Rip your skin off.
You guys, I have been scratching to blood, like all over my legs. So I did look like I had some sort of contagious disease for most of the time. So thank heavens I was already happily married and with a group who knew I wasn't contagious, because if I was down there on a singles trip.
And you didn't get too much sun.
I didn't.
No.
My scalp is peeling. So if it looks like I have dandruff, I swear it's just my scalp is peeling. Well, I tan pretty brown.
Yeah, you do.
And I wear a lot. I wear 50 all day, every day on every part of my body. And I still get quite the tan.
No, you look great.
So anyway, I'm covered in bug bites. And then it's so weird. Me and my oldest son got them and then nobody else really got them.
Well, they say that about mosquitoes too, that there's something about your pH or whatever.
Which is so weird, but mosquitoes typically don't get me. And so I'm covered in that, but that was my only negative part.
And that's from the beach, or where is it from? Everywhere.
Again, most of my research is just hearsay.
What did we call last week? Headlines and hearsay.
Headline and hearsay. So the other mom we were down there with, one of my girlfriends, she's like, they're called no-see-ums. I'm like, how do you spell that? And she's like, no-see-ums. And so this is hearsay from her. Apparently they're in the sand.
Yeah.
They're called sand mites.
Yeah.
Yes. And I got them in the sand.
Yeah.
So there's that. Other than that, it was beautiful.
Yes.
I let my kids. So I'm not very adventurous when I go on trips. Are you adventurous?
For the kids, I would do the zip line and the ATVs. Like I would do that, but sort of grudgingly.
Yeah. Cause I like to be active, but I don't necessarily need to lose my life.
No. Mm-mm.
But
and sometimes when you see the setup, there's some setups.
There's some standards in the Caribbean that are not the same standards I would follow here in the Midwest.
That's when they're Caribbean.
Yeah. That's the pirates of the Caribbean. By the way, side note, while we were down in the Caribbean,
what
did you see the cruise ship that had waves going up and over the top of the?
No, ma'am.
Guys,
that's it. That's a wrap on cruise ships. How many times do I have to say it?
No offense to the cruise industry. We are having Kimberly Wells on soon and she is a cruise director.
Yes.
We're working out timing with her. If you love a cruise, by all means, I will never. Those videos were coming through while we were down in the Caribbean and I was screaming, could that happen to a whole island? Where are those waves? Are we coming up on them?
Was it nearby?
I don't know. Again, headlines and hearsay. Who am I to do more research?
Well, and you had sketchy Wi-Fi, so you're just getting dribs and drabs.
So I like to be active, but not adventurous.
What does that mean to you? A nice walk?
I'll go for a brisk walk. I'll play pickleball.
Love it.
I'll go for a little hike as long as there's people in front and behind me so no animals can get towards me. Yeah, I like to golf.
But you don't need to do the parasailing and
So now we're with 3 teenage boys, okay? And then there was a few other boys down there from the kids' school that they knew, and we would meet up with them every once in a while.
Nice.
Guys, we went snorkeling. There was a shark. A shark with my children.
What kind of shark?
With a...
One that can eat you alive.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So The boys, of course, want to take a boat ride. I'm like, a boat ride sounds nice. It turns into them snorkeling. Then they're screaming, there's a shark. And instead of getting out, we have GoPro on it. I have a video of it. They're down there trying to get closer.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What did the workers do? Because this is what kind of sketches me out.
So the captain of the boat,
yes,
Bradley, Captain Bradley.
Was he cute?
He was cute. And he goes, I'm
cute.
not Bradley Cooper. And I'm like, I know that. I know that.
How many times has Captain Bradley done that joke, do you suppose?
Same old one. I wish I remembered his other buddy's name. They were so sweet. They were the captains of the boat. We just had our 2 families on it. I was so excited for this beautiful boat ride out to the sandbar. Instead, first thing happens, dolphins swimming right next to us.
Amazing.
So they stop the boat, tell the boys to jump in, and my boys just go plop, right in. No questions asked, no hey.
What about a flotation device?
Nah, not with a dolphin. They just jump right in.
Do they swim with the dolphin?
It was really a wild dolphin. And the dolphin then followed us around.
Oh my
It's really
gosh.
sweet. Then we get out closer to the sandbar and he's like, this is a great place to snorkel. It's kind of near a reef. And so everybody but me gets in. The other parents.
Oh, you want to know part of
kids,
this?
Again.
Were you documenting? You can be the documentarian.
You know, I make sure the rum punch isn't poisonous. And I take videos and I sunbathe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's my lot in
That's
life.
right.
That's where I feel good. I like my feet touching
Bloom where you're planted.
metal or cement.
Yes.
I don't want my feet touching sand or anything else.
Especially
Clearly,
with little nibbles.
totally. So the other mom and my husband, the other dad, the 3 teenage boys, they all get in. And then one of the captains on the boat also gets in with them.
Terrific.
And
Who's manning the ship though?
There's 2 captains of the boat.
Oh, great.
So one was on the boat with me.
Okay.
And I was there.
Yeah.
And that is probably where I would resemble Parker Posey. William, no.
I'll have to drink myself to sleep.
That is where I just start just pulling back the rum punch. I don't know what's in it. I don't know because I don't want my kids in the ocean.
But everybody's getting out of it what they want to get out of it.
When they officially snorkel, they do have like something wrapped around their waist.
Okay.
So that they don't drown, but nothing tethering them to the boat.
Oh boy.
So I also kind of do this. This is what I did with the turkeys. When I first moved into my house, there was wild turkeys that were tormenting me on purpose.
Yeah.
We literally had to put up a fence and get an extra dog to like get them away. And I used to walk from window to window counting how many there were so that I could almost
Plot
like
your
Rain
escape.
Man.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I knew what door to get out or like where the turkeys were. I was doing that with the adults and kids in the ocean. I was just counting to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 6 because I was the 7th.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I kept counting them.
Home Alone when they count all the heads.
Yes. So I was up there counting them. But anyway, so they're looking at the fish and they're screaming, Mom, get in, Aaron, get in. I'm like, hell no.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
What?
one of them pops her head up and screams, shark.
No.
So I'm assuming everybody's supposed to be getting onto the boat, and then I start going wild.
Right.
Not one person gets off the boat.
What's Captain Cutie doing?
He's bringing them to him. He's putting his GoPro on a stick under the water trying to find it. And they're all right on top. And I look down and I can see it down there because it's nice clear waters.
Oh, and they can't see it.
No, they're looking at it, Becky.
It's going to eat somebody.
One would think.
Oh my gosh.
They all just sat there.
Are there sharks that don't want to eat you alive?
I think the ones that just ate somebody else
Like
alive.
A full shark.
A stuffed one. A Thanksgiving Day shark. Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't like a nurse shark safe? Maybe it's one of those. I suppose if they're hungry, though, no shark is safe. Waha.
Shark bait. No, this looked, have we learned nothing from Finding Nemo? Like, no shark, even the nicest sharks, eventually they go crazy and they want.
And no one's freaking out down there?
No one's freaking. I'm screaming, get in the boat. Yeah. Everybody in the boat.
Save yourself.
Nope. And they're all out there. And my sweet James, that would taste great to a shark.
Tasty James.
He is so sweet. So sweet. So, of course, they all get in. They think it's awesome. They're high-fiving. That was amazing. Look at the video. I'm having a full panic attack.
Absolutely.
I'm sweating bullets. I'm having a full panic attack. So then they got back in the boat. We went to the sandbar. It was amazing. We played football in the sandbar, hung out. Well, then the next day they say, let's go jet skiing. I'm like, okay, this is what it's like being, mother of teenage boys.
Activity.
And I think, what a beautiful way to spend some time together.
You are making core memories.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. I almost died.
What?
I don't know if you've ever we've had jet skis. We have a lot of like lakes here in Minnesota, right?
I lied on that audition once.
That you were a great jet skier?
Yes.
And did you get the job?
I screamed, beached it. Couldn't stop it. I'm screaming at full volume and I didn't like come off the gas and I beached it like far.
Did you still get paid?
No, it was an audition.
Oh, an audition. Okay.
Like they'll say, are you good at horseback riding? You say, absolutely. And they say,
you say you're good at everything.
Can you juggle? For sure. How are you on a jet ski? Master, perfect, expert. Why? Like, and then they get you out there and you're like,
So they actually had you drive it and you didn't know what to do?
not at all.
But it was on a lake in Minnesota.
It was.
So there's only so many waves in Minnesota.
Right.
Okay. They can get a little.
And they come from another boat.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like. Bad.
I don't know if you've ever jet skied in the Caribbean or the Caribbean. But you guys, I thought this is it. There's waves coming up and over us. It's all salt. I can barely see.
Oh, no.
And I've got all these teenage boys on their jet skis flying and the dad's flying. And this day, the other mom hadn't been feeling well, so she wasn't driving her own jet ski. She was home.
Were you on your own?
I'm about a mile behind.
Just putzing.
I can't see. Well, how could I go any faster, you guys? You got to be a full maniac to drive. It felt like they were all like big Clydesdale horses, like going through the water. And I was like a dead fish just sort of flopping through on my, I don't know how I got so far behind, but I was like a mile behind him. Then I found them. It was a random couple that I wasn't supposed to be following.
That's not your group.
Nope. They followed the wrong group. When by the time I finally caught up to them, they all had to stop and like go in a circle waiting for me. And I got there and
and you're exhausted.
Yeah, it takes a lot of arm strength. And I'm not one to do a push-up or anything. So I had James on the back of mine as well because he's not old enough to drive.
Oh, right.
So he thought he'd ride with me to keep me company.
How nice.
Well.
Oh, but he wants to go fast like the other guys.
No, he was fine at my speed, but if you haven't met my youngest son, he's 13, but he's not little at all.
Oh, James, if you saw James, you'd think he was 17, 18.
And he looks like a linebacker. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
So every wave we hit, it's him pounding into my back.
Oh, no.
Every time we tossed from side to side. So I'm not only trying to drive this through what appears to be the same sea that ship was in, that cruise ship. It appears
How far
to be.
from the shore are you, though?
I can't see it.
Oh, are you that far out?
Becky, I can't see anything. I've got salt in my eyes. I'm covered in water. I thought we were going out for a lovely stroll.
And it's going to turn into...
It was the X Games.
Wilson!
Except I had a 200-pound 13-year-old on my back. So then we go jet skiing. I think I'm dying.
No.
By the time we get back in, I'm white knuckling it.
Yes.
I'm hallucinating. Oh, no. The kids had a blast. The dads had a blast. They were laughing. They thought it was so funny. They were high-fiving. I got in. I couldn't see. I couldn't. My back hurt.
Yeah, just tension.
It felt like I was in the same sea that cruise ship almost sunk in. So then I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. Sharko one day, into the middle of the ocean the other day.
Activity.
So the next day.
Oh, no.
The boys say we want to go parasailing.
You've got to be kidding me.
And I say, over my dead body?
I give and I give.
And next thing you know, we're out on a boat and they're parasailing.
No.
And I'm screaming. The rope doesn't look strong enough. They're mismatched in size. Bring them down. This isn't working. I love you. Who's ready to jump in? What? The only thing saving me is it's over water. Okay. So sure enough, I let them go up. I'm having a heart attack watching them.
Did all the kids take turns?
My boys took turns, and then the other family that we met took turns. And then this is where things got difficult.
Oh, boy.
The other mom and dad, the other couple were like, we'll try it. And I was like, no.
Together?
No.
Like a tandem?
Yeah, you could. There was 3-seater.
Yeah.
So everybody was going in pairs.
Oh,
and I thought just the kids were going to go. But then this mom and dad got a little, what's it called? A hair in their wind?
Little.
Hair up their sleeve? What do you call it?
Mm-hmm. I can't think of it.
Okay, anyway, they got one of those.
Bee in their bonnet?
Something like that.
A hair in their butt?
Yeah.
I don't know. How's it go?
Got a good wax service for that. They go up.
I bet you saw a lot of that too.
And I started, like literally and figuratively. They go up and immediately all the teenage boys start peer pressuring us. Okay.
Oh, and now are you feeling competitive?
No, but I give not at all. I'm like crying in a corner. I'm like, no,
good.
I'm not going.
I'm good.
5 minutes later, I'm freaking up in the air on a parasail.
Are you screaming your full head off?
I am. I don't know what happened. I blacked out. He said about 500 feet above the water.
Oh my gosh.
with my husband, John. We are tandem side by side.
Yeah.
And he's like, isn't this beautiful? I said, I'll kill you. I'll strangle you myself. How in the hell did you let me up here? I'm going to barf. I'm going to fall backwards. I thought at one point when they pulled me down, it looked like Weekend at Bernie's. Like I was just hanging out of like the
Did
jump.
you just have an out of body?
Do you remember in Kristen Wiig in Bridesmaids when she saw the colonial woman churning butter on the airplane ride? I was 1 degree away from it. I hated every minute of it. I hated it. I got seasickness up in the air. It was jerky.
No.
Peaceful over my dead body.
No.
All I could see was me crashing to my death. And if I didn't die from falling into the water, obviously one of those sharks that my kids made friends with was going to eat me.
The cruise ship, you're going to crash into the cruise ship.
And down, you can see the water. So you can see the animals in the water.
That are going to receive you.
I swear I saw a mermaid. It's just, and they pulled me in and the teenagers were cheering for me and they were all so proud of me.
Did you just fake a smile and say?
I started to cry.
Yeah.
Just like, everyone's like, aren't you so happy you did it? I was like,
I'm not.
I'm seasick. But I did it. So for 3 days in a row, I risked my life.
And then when do you get, see, back to the let me read my book on the beach. Let me have a sip of something by the pool. When do you get your day? Never.
No, I do. Yeah. No, then about every afternoon.
Yeah.
Just
come in for a landing.
Yeah. It's nice that the kids are at an age where when they say, okay, enough's enough, they totally get it.
Oh, good.
Because they want their time as well.
3 days in a row.
But 3 days in a row of risking my life.
Did they have like a kids disco?
They had parties, but we have fun together.
Oh,
like
good.
the kids stuck with us.
Yeah.
A few times, like the older teenage boys would do like a walk on the beach by themselves. Cute. They would do like hang out. The adults would go to one resort and then they would go to the other person's resort.
Nice.
It wasn't like a big wild party or anything like that.
Good.
And even though we did risk our lives and I did feel as though the mermaid in the sea was the equivalent of the colonial woman churning butter in the airplane ride from Bridesmaids.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, overall, it was magical.
How fun.
You know, everybody prioritizes their time and money in different ways.
Right.
And my husband and I have always been aligned from an early on in our marriage. We prioritize travel. We really like it. We see a lot of value in it.
Yes.
From seeing the world. We see value in it in time spent together and with our kids. So we really valued our time. And we played a lot of cards at night. We had, great time on the beach, great time, just relaxing together.
And do you think, did they have their phones? Was it a phone free?
They had their phones, but again, we were out there trying to kill mom.
You're busy.
That in fact,
throw mama from the boat.
If you want quality time with your child, all you have to do is risk your life, risk life and limb, and pay lots of money for it. And then worry about that bank account when you get home.
Well, and there's a theory about that. Figure it out later. Just
yes.
Go on the trip.
Don't forget, Isomers is now partnering with So Happy You're Here podcast to give you an exclusive 20% off your order. You go to isomers.ca. You'll get 20% off your order. If you're at $100 or more, they'll ship it to you for free directly to your house. It's an exclusive savings just for all of you listening. If you haven't been introduced to Isomers before, they are the best cosmetic chemists in the world. Scientifically proven results for over 30 years. If you don't know where to start, there's an easy quiz to take at isomers.ca. Or if you just want to go for their icons, their hyaluronic acid, their fast lift eye serum, their copper P, it's all available and it's exclusively for you with Happy 20 to get that 20% off your order. So anyway, we had a ton of fun, but it led me to, and I'm excited to hear you about this. So my oldest son is a junior. So there was a lot of talk about a senior spring break. Now, I don't know if you're all used to this because again, Becky and I didn't know about spring break until we had kids. Right. Well, I went on it in college, but that's a whole different story. So I knew about spring break in college. I thought spring break was just what college kids did.
For older kids, yeah.
I didn't know it was a family affair until I had kids here in Minnesota.
Does everybody do this? I don't know if it's a Minnesota thing.
It seems like it does because we met people from Ohio, New Jersey, Texas, like all over the place, California.
But you're talking about the big senior one.
Okay, so now this is what happens. So when you're a senior in high school, now there's this big thing where I am not joking, anywhere from 20 to 100 families will go to the same resort.
Yes.
And all the senior kids, there's like white night. There's a luau night.
Yeah.
There's, a DJ night.
Yeah.
And everybody goes on it. So there was a lot of talk since our kids are juniors. What will that look like next year? Is this a mandatory rite of passage? Like, tell me about it.
It's real. And I think what happens is depending on the kind of kid that you have. So like you've got D1 kids who are like, we can't go. We've got a scholarship on the line here.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to even go
Okay.
near.
So we're not there. All right.
I know. This is the problem though. So
Okay.
then you've got that big friend group, which turns into every kid they've ever met since the kindergarten years. Mm-hmm. You're trying to organize this. You've got some mom who's a travel agent. She's going to book the resort. Everybody kind of goes in on it. And the problem with it, for us at least, was, you know, these kids are underage. They ought not be drinking. It's fine there. They are of age there. If they're 18, they can drink. And so now you're really walking into, it's debauchery.
So did you do it?
We went with both boys.
How many families?
Oh my gosh. I mean, with Jax, how many kids did they have? 30? You know, like boys, girls, 40, something like that.
As my family travels more like the Griswolds, how would you categorize your family travel? Griswold or White Lotus?
We, on the level that we travel, it's normally Griswold, but in that trip, I
The
don't want to
Hangover?
be anywhere near those kids.
Oh,
like,
really?
Because they're by the disco. They're like, everything is loud. So there was a little space. Where
So you
could,
let them just go by themselves?
No, they had to stay with us, but we went over and there's like another part of the resort where you can go where it's a little bit quieter.
Okay.
So we did that.
But is this a mandatory thing? Like, this is what everybody
felt
does?
like it. But here's the problem. It felt like peer pressure. It felt like everybody was going. And they were. I mean,
So are you happy you went?
I'm not super happy we went.
Really?
No, if I could get out of it. Like I was telling Erin, if she can take William to Japan.
To Japan?
To Tokyo.
Yeah.
To some cool trip. He still gets a great trip. But,
So you know I'm unemployed, right? Like, we're looking at Wisconsin Dells, which is a water park.
Which is more expensive than you want it to be. It actually is.
We're looking at like a Wisconsin Dells dupe, like a little water park in rural Wisconsin.
Like a slip and slide out here.
Yeah.
And a nice baby
In case
pool.
you don't remember, I don't have a job.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, it's an expensive trip. It's in the middle of, at least for my kids, in the middle of lacrosse season. So it was it was kind of inconvenient. It was, man, you know, these kids are in a situation they probably shouldn't be in.
But and I'm seeing now that there's social media, you get to see everybody's pictures,
It's
and I am
wild.
seeing these pictures from like the class above them, and it looks like they're juniors in college.
That's the problem. They do everything so much, like even their dances are so much fancier. Like, do you have to go on this trip? So, I mean, I would tell you I can argue it both ways. Yes, it's a rite of passage. Yes, all the friends will go. But man, I wish we hadn't.
Well, and then here's the other thing. Do I have to walk around in a swimsuit with all these parents?
Yes.
All they see me in is, you know, my scarf and jacket that go back to the season of sports we're in.
No, everybody is naked as a jaybird out there.
Really?
Yeah.
You're in your skivvies with them?
Yeah. I mean, it was like, and that was the thing too, is I didn't know a lot of them well enough to be that exposed.
Right.
It wasn't my fave.
So you guys have to tell us, would you go on a huge group spring break?
Yeah. Answer below.
And let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a spring break just for us. Are so happy you're here, ladies.
On a cruise ship?
Yeah. Not on a cruise ship. Just a cruise ship that goes around the bay, like the Tampa Bay.
I like a nice, slow intercoastal. I'll do a nice intercoastal cruise.
Or what's like the Seine
Yes, beautiful.
in Europe?
Not swimmable, obviously.
No.
Right?
Turds. But didn't like the president of France get in it?
God love her. Or who was it? There was some
No,
girl that
it was a
representing-
girl,
Yeah.
like the mayor of Paris or something.
Yeah.
Does Paris have a mayor? I don't know.
Mayor.
Mayor.
I'm just making up words.
I'll get into my hearsay to let you know if it is. Well, you know, here's the other thing. If you do go on spring break with everybody, you got to like get your spray tan, get your clothes ready.
I mean, head to toe.
What's kind of nice about a spring break or a trip with your family is like, I put an emphasis on fashion.
Yeah.
But like with them, I'm not so worried.
Did you waste any outfits?
What do you mean?
You know how sometimes you worry about wasting an outfit?
No, because I don't mind reusing an outfit.
Are there any that you were excited about though?
I actually am going to put up for you guys. I got a 2-piece set from Amazon that I loved. I'm going to put that up for you. No, I mean, I kind of liked everything. Spring break for me, I like to be like more casual, boho, just chill.
Yeah.
And I didn't really, I I really like the slouch belt. I'm back into the slouch belt.
Cute.
You know, like a lot of people do the medallion belt.
Over a dress or over, what would you wear?
Over a long dress. Like I wore
pretty,
like a long, I'll get a picture up for you. I wore a long white dress and then I put like a slouchy brown hip belt on. Remember those were big many years ago. I want to bring them back.
Now that you say that, this is against the purging. I used to have the best leather one. It had little turquoise in the middle. And
Yes. Did you give it away?
Yes. Now that you
Big
say
mistake.
it. Right.
Big
Huge.
That medallion slouch belt, girls.
It's always been a great
Get them
look.
back. Even like over a chambray shirt with like a cute little skirt, or I had a long column, like a cream column dress on.
Perfect.
And then
What
I put
shoe?
a slouchy, just
Little
a flat
sandal?
slide.
Yeah.
Now the woman I went with,
Yeah.
one backpack,
I want to know this person.
like a ninja.
Let me tell you
I
something.
had 48 pounds of clothes in a huge carry-on.
How does
or
she
a
wear her
huge-
hair? Up the whole time?
No, it's cute. It's like a bob. It's
Does
like
she
a
have hair
blowout bob.
product?
Don't ask me. I didn't ask questions. I showed up with 48 pounds
Good for you at 48.
in
though.
a jacket. I know that's huge. Come on.
I'm over here.
There's a total whip. Look.
Oh no, we did a terrible one. Wait, that's my left hand. Here. There.
48 pounds. I was like, what a genius.
Rock star.
5 days, 48 pounds. Girl.
How many
killing
shoes?
it. 4 or 5.
Oh.
Only one heel and then 4 different flats.
Great.
Oh, and then a sneaker that I wore down. So I packed 5, wore a sneaker.
Perfect.
We get to the hotel and the concierge at the front was like, oh, no, don't let your car go. You don't have your luggage out. She's like, no, you do.
I have everything.
They each had one backpack.
Is that what she allotted
It's
for everybody?
Stealth.
Wow.
They each had one backpack.
So they're non-checkers. She just wants to do carry-on.
One backpack per person.
She might be a spy.
Obviously working for the CIA, and I know why they're spying on us.
I think that's right.
Yeah. Or drug dealers.
Now, you know what I got the other day?
What?
Do you know this brand BEIS? I don't know how you say
Yeah,
it.
Base. Mm-hmm.
Okay, at Opitz, my
Oh, gosh.
shopping.
Mm-hmm.
It was a base bag, and I got it for $20.
Okay.
Had a couple little stains on it, so I had to clean her up.
Okay.
But my question, and I will do this with you girls, we'll do it together. I'm gonna try to pack that thing for a week. I want to see if I can do what she did.
What about all your hair product for Becky with the good hair?
That's what I mean. I want to do everything. I want to try to really do it.
All right. Well, we learned our lesson because, you should record that so we can see you, because there are benefits, not only like packing less, but you don't have to go through checking your bag.
Yes.
When we were coming home, it's a Caribbean island. So it's a tiny little airport. Okay. There was 2 agents for Delta. We fly Delta. We're very Delta loyal. Love you, Delta. 2 agents. It was taking forever to get through. They couldn't find my boarding pass and my youngest boarding passes. We finally get up to the gates and they start calling for my youngest son.
Okay.
You need to come to security.
Why?
Okay. Apparently his bag didn't make it through security. It got checked and flagged. Well, his bag was actually my older son's bag with his tag on it.
Oh.
And so I start thinking to myself, oh my God, my older son like packed something terrible in his bag.
Oh,
And I'm
no.
like, so I'm with my younger son in a foreign country security office, and they're saying, we're not going to put your bag on this airplane. We need to open and search it.
What's in there?
Well, we have codes on ours, you
Yeah.
know? So I call my older son. I'm like, what's the code to your bag? I need to open it. He's like, there isn't one. And I'm like, what?
It's the wrong bag.
No. I'm like, are you hiding something from me? Like all of a sudden I'm a conspiracy theorist. Like
Right.
he's in the CIA. I'm like, what do you got? A gun? Some drugs?
Another family in there?
You got that famous Caribbean Coke in there? What the hell's going on? I thought you told me
Spoken by-
everything. Spoken like a true crazy mom. One who just risked her life 3 days in a row to spend time with her kids.
What is going on?
So he's like, Mom, there's not a code. There isn't a code for it. So now my husband's there and my youngest has to pretend that it's his bag because it says his name on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so my 13-year-old's going to get arrested for something my 17-year-old did. My 17-year-old's up in the lounge trying to like illegally order a beer. Just kidding. He didn't. But he's up in the lounge by himself.
It's the Godfather over here.
So the agent helping us, this, their version of TSA,
Yeah.
or, is TSA global? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their TSA agent is not very friendly or helpful.
Uh-oh.
And we're speaking through a glass, just like you'd be at the bank or in jail. Okay.
Right.
And so I'm screaming into it. I'm like, try this code.
So it is locked,
1, 2,
though.
3. Yeah. He's trying it, won't come open. And then he would just stare at us.
Oh, this is I'm pitting out just thinking about it.
And now we're starting to board the airplane. And now we're like, what would you like us to do? And I'm like, can't you get your TSA key and just open it? Because all of these bags, your base bag,
like a universal,
everything that has a code, I think you're legally obligated to have like a TSA thing can get it open just in case. I think, in case you are, if you are a legit drug dealer, let us know. If you're a mule, let us know. Okay.
Orange is the new black.
Yeah. So we're like, get your key out. You have our authorization. Just open her up. And he's like, I don't have a key.
What?
So we have to leave the bag. They're like, we will try to get into it. We'll try to scan it again. And if it passes, we'll send it. And if not, we just will keep it.
What?
I know. So we had to board our flight being like, we don't know if our youngest or if our oldest son's suitcase is coming home. Great news. He swears it's just clothes and cologne.
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the worst of it, but it's still, all of his clothes and his cologne, for God's sakes, how's he going to get the ladies without that? So we barely make our flight. It was kind of as they say, a shit show, whatever. So we get home and we get to the baggage claim and our bag had made it.
Oh, good.
Yes. So we had all 4 bags. So they got it through.
Praise the Lord.
So we get it home and we're like, how are we going to get this thing open? We're going to have to take like a chainsaw to it. Yeah. We're going to have to literally just break our suitcase open.
Because now it's been futzed with a million times.
Yeah. So my son says, no, you guys, I told you there's no code. It's 000. And just presses 000 and opens it up.
That's it. So that's a different thing. 000 is different than no code.
What would you have done?
I'm sweating bullets just thinking about it.
So we are stuck in security office. There's a TSA agent who's saying there's not going to ship our bag home. And my oldest is like, yeah, there's no code. And I'm supposed to translate that into 000?
The code is 000. Oh my gosh.
Would you have thought it was 000?
Never. Would never occur to me. Never.
So he just types in 000, pops it open, and
no
it's
big
done.
whoop.
No big whoop.
And everybody had their passport. Everybody
had their passport. It's not like the time 4 years ago we went to the airport with expired passports and got sent home. That didn't happen. So that was another reason to just not check bags. Just take your backpack if you can.
I'm going to try. I really want to give it a go and see if it's possible.
I bet you can, especially with the cute base bag. I like those base bags.
Oh, I thought it was great. I mean, you can. $20.
Yeah.
You guys, are you going to come to Minnesota and come shop with us?
Well, we're going to have an event one day.
We'll go to the Mall of America. We will go to Opitz Outlet. We will do all of the spots.
Yes. No, I was thinking about you too when I was there because we had a lot of spray tans going into it. I got a spray tan before I went.
Okay.
Now I go to a spray tan booth. Okay. Where you just go in by yourself and a machine like spray tans you down in the front.
Palm Beach. I love it.
Then a lady tells you, now turn around. Yeah. And they spray you from the back. Bada bing, bada boom. But a little bit orange, but you're fine.
Here's what I will tell you though. You go in, you do a little barrier cream on your feet. You do a little barrier cream on your hand. You do a little hairnet.
Yeah.
A little eye thing.
Yeah.
Those little teeny tiny ones.
Yes.
I've never had a bad spray tan there once.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks good. Becky and I, a few weeks back, we had somebody say, hey, we've got a deal on a spray tan. We'd love for you guys to come in. So we're like, great. Yeah. Let's go in.
Yeah.
Now it's one of these spray tans. It's not a machine or a booth you stand in.
A lady.
You stand in front of a human. Boobs out.
Such as they are.
Undies optional.
Now hold up too. It's a coworker that's offering this service. And part of me is thinking, are you doing it?
And it looks like the Wagner spray painter.
It is.
It's a spray paint machine.
I think we could
Have
go
you
get
guys
a
all done
Wagner
this?
and put spray stuff in there. We should try.
So we go into this booth, both Becky and I, to get a spray tan. Not together. We're not to that stage yet. After our marriage counseling, after our couples counseling.
That's right.
We go in. Now, Becky, were you prepared? Because we've been spray tanning in booths many times. Were you prepared when you went to the human lady?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
You go in. And so I thought for sure, since it's a human taking a spray paint can to you, yes. You're going to look even better. Okay.
More control, more, you can choose the color better, all of it.
So we both were like, yeah, make us look like bronze goddesses.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a discount, but I wanted my money worth.
Yeah, of course you did. I thought it was free since it was a discount. Becky was still getting her money's worth. So you get there and they say, you've prepped properly, right? Of course. I don't know what the prep is. What is the prep?
Well, see, that's the thing. They sent us notes before that we ignored.
They did?
Yes.
Didn't see a one.
So it's like the jet ski though. Did you exfoliate the night before? Is the answer yes? Then yes. Did you do all these prep steps? You don't have any lotion on? For sure not. Like, right? I think we did every single thing wrong.
So not only did we not prepare our skin whatsoever, it's about 9:30 at night. It's been a long day. I probably have sweat on me. I probably have like spilled chicken broth down my chest. Okay. I don't know.
And P.S. because she's training, there's 2 of them.
Okay. So you have to go into a booth and there's 2 ladies and they say, you can take everything off.
Everything.
Would you like an optional pair of disposable underpants?
The fact that those are optional, Erin.
I don't stand naked like that in front of myself.
Who says no to that question?
Yeah. So I know who lets all those nooks and crannies hang out.
And then
So you put on the optional pair of underpants.
now they leave during that part and then they come back.
As if to give you some privacy of what?
They're about to walk right back in.
They walk back in and as a group, there's 2 of them. There's one training the other one. The trainer's like, okay, now you're going to start up top. And they're like, put your arms out. And so you're standing like at a full T body, X body. And there's 2 ladies slowly airbrushing you down your body.
Yeah.
And then they start getting around the first curves, my double A's.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You want to get in the pit there. Make sure you, under the boob.
Lift.
Well, I didn't have to lift mine.
I didn't have to lift either.
Okay.
Well, I did later.
Then they get down in front and they're adjusting your disposable underpants to get all those nooks and crannies.
No, and then the trainer is adjusting how she's doing it. By the way, it's freezing cold. The liquid itself is freezing cold.
Freezing. So then they get down to your toes and they're getting all your feet and then they need to turn around. And then they say, could you lift your buttocks?
That's when we have to lift.
Get underneath the buns. Then they stare you up and down to make sure it's all even.
They have to do sides. They have to double check, triple check.
And this is where our delusional confidence comes into play. Because I almost ran out of the room. I almost ran screaming out of the room. It was one of the most
humiliating.
Yes, it was so humiliating.
And I'm so glad that our friend wasn't actually the one doing it.
I would have died.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could be the sprayer. I would feel like, oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to look you. I would try to stare them in the eye while I'm spray tanning their upper thigh.
Maintain eye contact. I will never do it again. And it's not because of the place. It's not because of the gal. Everybody was beautiful and lovely. It is a me
Yes,
thing.
they were so kind. I cannot stand nude in front of a stranger while they spray paint my boobs. No. I can't do it. I'm not a painted lady at the Playboy Mansion. I'm not a bodybuilder.
No.
It feels like a cruel sorority initiation from the early 80s.
It does.
Doesn't it?
We're all going to, evaluate your body.
Guys.
And then we're going to
I walked out of there.
I know.
It felt like I had just been violated.
It was
again.
an assault. It did feel like an assault.
And it wasn't their fault. We put ourselves in that position.
It's supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to be exciting for vacation.
And they're excited. They're looking at you like a body of work.
Yeah.
Like, look at how even we got that backside. And I'm like, if you look at me one more time, I'm going to kick you like a mule.
Please get out of here.
I am going to back kick you. It was.
I'm going to rear up.
And of course we went together. Becky and I. Not in the same booth. But like, we didn't have to go at the same time.
I don't know why we had to.
I just felt like we knew deep down it was going to be a humiliating.
You needed the support.
You know, when dogs like walk out and they have like the cone of shame on and their tail is all the way under their legs, like peeking out through their belly.
It felt like
that's exactly what I looked like.
That's what it was.
So if we do go on spring break ever together, or if I do have to go on that big spring break, I'm still not going to go get a personal spray tan. I'm going to go to the booth.
And that feels so bougie and like jazzy. And I'm a booth girl.
I've always jumped.
Did you see what I did?
What did you do?
I contoured.
With spray tan?
Okay, you
Becky,
guys.
I didn't even notice. I just thought you look tan.
Okay, look at my face.
It looks like you're on spring break.
This is what's wrong with social media, you guys.
What's wrong?
There was a lady that did a little video and I thought she looked glowy and perfect. She applied it. Okay, so where do you do contour? Here,
sure.
Here, sides.
Wait, so you had a lady do it or you did it?
No, I did it, but I was watching a video.
Rebecca, you look great.
Well, thanks.
You look like you were on spring break with me without the bug bites.
See, that's it. I stayed home. I was trying, when I woke up this
morning.
morning.
And the dandruff hair.
It didn't, I don't think I even see it.
My headphones are covering it.
Oh, it's not bad.
So you did this last night? I think it looks great.
Yeah, but I woke up and it was pretty aggressive.
So did you have to do a little scrubbity dub dub?
Yeah.
How do you spray tan at home? You just rub it on with a sponge?
I do, I'll do Jergens, just a little lotion over time.
There is something about getting a little spray tan.
You know what? You feel thinner. I do.
I feel alive. My eyes wake up.
Well, wait a minute. You have had the hookup though. For years, you had to do it.
I'm not admitting it out loud.
No, don't say it. But you had to do it for work.
Guys, I got the hookup to an incredible spray tan about 25 years ago, and the company has never canceled it. Shh. And we're not going to talk about it because that's one way I can save money. It's about the only way I'm saving money. I spent all my money on risking my life to spend time with my teenagers.
Oh my gosh. What a great story.
I can't believe it's already almost been an hour.
Well, girls, we just love you so much. It was a great vacation wrap up.
I'm sorry. I talked too much about my vacation.
No,
Do you guys agree with that? I always talk too much.
No.
I told Becky that I talk too much.
This is our dynamic.
I've been told I talk too much since the second grade.
No, I won't hear it. I won't hear of it.
Well, I hope everybody had a great spring break.
Yes.
And if you're not feeling great about yourself, know that we think you're awesome. Get a spray tan. If not, let us know.
Or get a little Jergens. At the very least, it's very simple application. You don't have to go into a booth. Nobody has to see you naked if you don't want it.
I'm not going to take my feet off land for about 3 years.
Landlubber.
I'm not going underwater. I'm not going up above water. I'm not jet skiing on water. I'm going to stay on land.
Plenty. You've done plenty.
Wait, just a check in. Remember you weren't feeling very happy a few weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
You feeling better?
The sun is out. It's about 50 degrees where we are. We're on the uptick, y'all.
Okay, so you don't need to put on Christmas sweaters to make yourself.
No, I'm in a little flesh tone.
I do like that flesh tone sweater.
Thank you.
It matches your spray tan. Good. You do. You look gorgeous.
My contour.
You do.
Thank you.
I can't tell where the contour starts and stops.
Thank you. I was really proud of my work.
Well, thanks for letting me catch you up on my spring break.
That was super fun.
Love you guys all. Thank you so much for a great week. Follow us on YouTube.
Yes.
Can you guys do this? Can you multiple subscribe? So subscribe YouTube and then choose Spotify or Apple. So then you can watch in different ways. And then stay tuned. You know, it's an ever evolving world out here.
Oh, yeah. It's hard out here for a couple of gals.
Follow along. There's so many things changing rapidly.
Yes.
And we're trying to stay on top of everything.
That's right.
But just know that we love you the most.
There's some sharks down there. I can see them.
There's some sharks in there. Know that we love you the most. And know that we see you, love you. We're hyping you up. Yes. And we're so happy you're here. Love you back.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, a quick reminder, you guys, our first supporter of our podcast, it's Daily Fascia. Daily Fascia offers the most practical, easy to follow techniques to help you unlock your body's hidden potential. It's for freedom, it's for flow, it's for relief. If you're struggling with recurring injuries, stiffness, or you just want to move more freely, Daily Fascia has got you covered. You're going to use the code HAPPY50 to get 50% off your first course at dailyfascia.com. We have all the information for her different coursework, her YouTube channel, all listed and tagged below. You guys, do us a huge favor, please. Will you like this podcast, share it, or subscribe? Because that helps, right, Bex?
It will help us a ton.
It will. And I don't know if we've helped you, but if you don't mind helping us, that'd be great.
Fair's fair.
Love you.